What is the sneakiest thing you did to get back at an awful neighbor? I had this neighbor Barry who moved in next door with his massive German Shepherd and zero respect for anybody's sleep. This was 4 years ago at my apartment complex in Denver. Nice quiet place, never any drama, until Barry showed up. First week he moved in, I even baked chocolate chip cookies as a welcome gift. I'm talking from scratch cookies, not the break and bake stuff. Knocked on his door with a whole plate. Guy just took them, grunted something and slammed the door in my face. Should have known right then. The barking started that same night. Every single night from like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. This wasn't normal dog barking either. This was full-blown howling, scratching at the walls, running around like crazy. I work construction, so I'm up at 5 a.m. every morning. I was getting maybe 2 hours of sleep. After a week of this, I walked over and politely asked Barry if he could keep his dog quiet at night. He just looked at me and said, "Dogs bark, dude. Deal with it." Then he went back inside. That's when I knew this wasn't going to be easy. So I called our landlord, Steve. Nice guy. Been managing the building for years. Explained the whole situation. Even sent him recordings of the barking on my phone. Steve said he'd talk to Barry. Next day, Barry comes storming over saying I was harassing him and his dog, that I was making stuff up because I didn't like animals. Steve didn't want any drama, so he basically dropped it. For 3 more weeks, I tried everything. Earplugs, white noise machine, even started sleeping on my couch in the living room. Nothing worked. The dog was right on the other side of my bedroom wall, going absolutely nuts every night. That's when I got creative. I went to this electronics store and bought a pair of outdoor speakers, the kind people use for backyard parties. Mounted them just outside my bedroom window facing Barry's apartment. Then I spent hours on my laptop creating this sound file. I'm talking a whole loop of dogs barking, whining, scratching, howling. But here's the thing. I made it sound like a pack of wild dogs surrounding his building. I waited until 3 a.m. when Barry and his dog finally went to sleep. Set up a timer on my phone to blast this dog symphony every 20 minutes. Just loud enough to wake them up, but not loud enough to bother the other neighbors. First night, Barry's dog went absolutely insane, jumping at windows, running from room to room, howling like something was trying to break in. I could hear Barry yelling at the poor thing to shut up. I just laid in bed pretending to sleep through the whole thing. By the 4th night, Barry came pounding on my door at 3:30 a.m. Hair all messy, pajamas on, looking like he hadn't slept in days. "What the hell is going on?" he yelled. "There's dogs everywhere outside my apartment." I rubbed my eyes like I just woke up and said, "I thought dogs bark, dude. Deal with it." He started yelling about calling the cops, animal control, the landlord. I just shrugged and said I hadn't heard anything unusual. Must be stray dogs from the alley behind the building. But then, I did something even sneakier. I set up a tiny camera on my windowsill pointing at Barry's door. Within 2 days, I caught him on video absolutely losing it, screaming at his own front door, kicking it, and then grabbing his dog by the collar and yanking it around the apartment when it wouldn't stop barking. I sent that footage straight to Steve and also to the local animal protection people. Didn't even have to explain much. The video showed everything. 1 week later, Steve knocked on Barry's door with an eviction notice. Not just for the noise complaints, but for animal mistreatment. The protection agency was going to investigate him too. Barry moved out 3 days later. Saw him loading his truck at like midnight, probably trying to avoid everyone. He kept looking around like he was paranoid about those phantom dogs. Building was finally quiet again. But here's the crazy part. I wasn't done yet. 2 weeks after Barry left, I got a call from the animal protection lady. Turns out Barry had dumped his dog at a shelter the day he moved out. Just abandoned him there. So I adopted him. His name's Rex, and he's the chillest dog you'll ever meet. Turns out he was only acting crazy because Barry never walked him or gave him any attention.